Sir. So, good morning, children. I hope you are keeping well and all of you are online to start our EVS lesson. Today, we'll be doing Snow-Fed Rivers, page 67. Then, we'll go to Love You, My Golden Bengal, page 68. Then, we'll go to the next small chapter, River Valley Civilization, page 69. So these three topics I'm going to do it with you today. All right. So I'll be sending notes as well as questions as usual, as I took your previous class. So listen to what I say and read my notes and then answer the questions. And if you have any queries, any questions, you may ask, but first listen what I say, right? Now, so I start with the first lesson, snow-fed rivers. Now, to start with, we must know what are snow-fed rivers. The rivers that have water throughout the year are called perennial rivers or snow-fed rivers. In India, Himalayan rivers like Ganga and Brahmaputra are perennial rivers. These are both rain fed and formed through the melting of glaciers. In this chapter, we can see that Ganges, which is very wide river, apart from that, we have other rivers like Jolungi, Mathabhanga, Churni and Ichamati. These rivers flow in the Nadia district of West Bengal, the district we are now living in. Now, how these rivers are formed? When the snow on the mountain peaks are formed and perennial rivers actually have their origination or originate from these glaciers or these snow. When the snow melts and there is throughout water supply in these rivers, they don't dry up. Okay. Now, how this snow is formed in the mountain? Now, snow on the mountain peaks are formed as the river from the ponds, lakes, and rivers and seas evaporate into the atmosphere. The air that is present on the upper region or the layer is much cooler during the night, so the water vapor collects as water. Then then the collected water vapor actually freezes on the mountain peaks due to extreme cold. So the perennial rivers have their water throughout the year as some of the ice melt during the daytime or the intense heat from the sun. So the water flows down from the higher to the lower regions from the mountains and from there is eternally flowing snow-fed rivers. Now, River Ganga is also a perennial river. It also comes from very far. Now, the source is at Gomukh and it ends its journey by crossing Diamond Harbour and Haldia into the south, and then it reaches Bay of Bengal. So, I have explained this chapter in a nutshell in this voice message. So, kindly listen to it. Now we move on to next chapter, Love You My Golden Bengal. Now as the river Padma branches out and it flows to Bangladesh. So Padma branches out from India and then goes to Bangladesh. Padma river is much wider than river Ganga as the banks of it cannot be seen from the middle stream. It seems like an endless sea. Now, there is a huge area between the rivers Bhagirathi and the Padma. Now, Bhagirathi is Ganga itself, another name to it. There is a physical division is created by the natural deposit of alluvium. So, in the drainage map, you can see that this region is called the deltaic region of West Bengal. If you see the map, you'll find there are small islands that have been created due to this. There's a lot of alluvium, that is the silt that's been deposited by this rivers, which has its mouth here, right? The farthest south, the soil of the Sundarban is blackish in color. The rest part of the Bengal is lush green, fertile, and the plains covering the major portions. Next is this place is also the birthplace of Rabindranath Tagore, the greatest poet. He is born at Jorashako, which is in Kolkata, close, and this place is quite close to river Ganga. He was inspired by the beauty of Chakdaha and he wrote the popular song Shonar Bangla. Alright. Shilaidaha is a place near Padma where his father was a zamindar. The poet used to visit this place frequently as he was assigned the duty of looking after zamindari work. The song Amar Shonar Bangla was also written by him in the year 1905. The British then divided the Bengal into two parts, the East Bengal, that is Bangladesh, and then the West Bengal. This incident is known as the Partition of Bengal in 1905. Reason behind this dividing Bengal into two are follows, that the British was never accepted by the people of Bengal. They always wanted to free India and have a self governance. So the people of India became united and fought against the British for freedom. So the Britishers wanted to weaken the united people of India by dividing them. So they started this partitioning of Bengal. But everyone protested against this. They stopped buying and using foreign goods. So people started weaving clothes by making threads from charka. Many poets and freedom fighters protested against this partition. Rabindranath protested against this and this song as a means of protest. This song also became the national anthem of Bangladesh. After the partition of 1947, the western part of the deltaic region is in West Bengal. So most of you could answer the questions that I have asked. So nice tries. All of you are participating. It's quite impressive. Now again, we move on to the next or the last part of our lesson, that is the River Valley Civilization, page 69. So I'm going to send a voice record and after that the notes will follow. All right. Now we move on to River Valley Civilization, page 69. Now, if we study the map of West Bengal, we'll see that River Ganges forms the western boundary of Nadia, north and south 24 Parganas. Now, rivers like Vidyadhari, Shuti, Jamuna, and Noai used to flow in this region, but now only river Vidyadhari flows. Rest rivers are no more there. That means they have all become dead rivers. It used to flow before, but since there were a lot of droughts, so the rivers dried up. Now only we can find river Vidyadhari. So near Vidyadhari, the earlier settlement were found. As the earlier settlement were found as the houses and the utensils were excavated. Now as we see at the chapter name is River Valley Civilization, so previously the rivers, all the civilization that grew up was mainly in and around the river, because river serves as the mode of transport, it serves as the mode of water, it serves as the mode of economic improvement of a particular civilization. So river, so previously, so river was considered to be as a mother. So so near Vidyadhari, the earlier settlement were found as many houses, utensils were excavated. That means they were, when they were digging things out, the archaeologists, they found various remains of the utensils and houses. Now here King Chandraketu's fortress was also located. The walls were made very thin bricks. Now these the thickness of these bricks together uh, is equivalent to the bricks of today. So three bricks put together becomes a equivalent to two bricks of today. Now, the cities in the earlier days were developed in and around the river, like the civilization of the cities of Harappa. You must have heard about the Harappan civilization. Now, Harappa was a city that was built with burnt bricks, and the bricks were used to make pathways and drainage systems. They also made big, strong containers to store water out of these bricks. In the earlier days, the river was, as I mentioned earlier, they treated the river as the mother. So the majority of the civilization grew on the banks of the river. As people used to depend on the rivers, so majority of the civilization thrived on the banks of the rivers. So these type of rivers that grew in and around the river is known as the river valley civilization. Now, what does civilization means? Now, civilization means the various activities that are performed by humans, an advancement stage of social development together constitute a civilization. In the North 24 Parganas, there is an old forest section named Parmadam Forest. You must have heard about the name, or must have heard the name, or must have paid a visit also. A new forest is also there in the Nadia's Bethua Dewari. So I think you've heard these names as we stay in this district. Now many trees like sal, teak, mahogany, sisu, kodombo, krishnachura, that is mayflowers, etc. They go there, and different animals like deer, squirrels, etc. are found.